just knowing that he's probably going to catch and shoot it, does that?
You just try to get it to him. I mean, like when he's just sitting in the corner, just wide open. You try to get it chest high, and just so, because I know he likes to bend his knees a little bit and shoot. He doesn't use much legs, it looks like, but he'll get chest high so where he just bends a little bit and just shoots it. So
excellent. I'm sure that increases his accuracy. Just catching it in a.
He has great accuracy.
Yeah, he does. I'm old enough to remember what old school was all about. Old school said that dribbling between your legs or around your back were showboat dribbles. Now they're considered fundamentals of ball handling. Old school said the cross-court pass was dangerous. Now, skip passes are necessary to beat the helping defenses of today's game. Along those lines, players were once taught to always look where they're passing. But now, with the savvy defenders of today's game, the no-look is a legitimate fake. Now, there are two reasons to throw a no-look pass. Today, good defenders are going to read your eyes and anticipate where you're passing. And they're often quick enough to actually deflect your pass if you telegraph it and give them that split-second advantage. So, using a no-look can create a passing lane by the man guarding you. You might have plenty of space to make the pass around your defender, but the no-look can be used to fake other defenders and therefore slow their recovery to your teammate. The easiest version of the no-look pass involves not looking directly at your target so that you're still able to see him with your peripheral vision. The more difficult version of the no-look is when you look completely away from your target and throw to a spot out of your vision, a spot where you trust your teammate will be. By looking opposite your target, you can really move the defenders away from your passing lane. Don't throw a no-look pass unless there's a need to move defenders. As an example, when you're pitching up the floor or swinging the ball around the perimeter, everyone in the gym knows what you're trying to do: get the ball to a wide open teammate as quickly as possible. There's not a need to fake the defense more. Just focus on your target and make the quickest and most accurate pass that you can. As a principle, slow and telegraph passes are easy to read and intercept, whereas quick and crisp passes get the job done regardless of the type of pass you use. When you're not passing off the dribble, it's a good idea to fake a pass to move the defenders away from where you really want to pass. So think fake a pass to make a pass. There are dozens of situations where you can apply this principle, such as feeding the post or moving a zone. The art of passing is about setting up a teammate for a score. Well, the European three gets your teammate a shot while using yourself as both the passer and the screener. It's also incredibly difficult to defend. Now, when your cutter curls behind you, what's the best way to make the exchange? Throwing a pass of such a short distance gives him no reaction time, and there's a chance he'll fumble the exchange. Plus, throwing a pass leaves a gap between you and your shooter, and that gap will allow his defender to stay on him. So, instead of throwing a pass, try handing the ball off to him. First, this is more secure because both hands are on the ball. Second, it provides a clear opening for the receiver to insert his hand and take the ball. And finally, as the cutter passes you, you can use your arm and a pivot of your hips to seal off or screen his defender. You could even treat this as a pick and roll if the defenders switch. Sometimes your defender's in great position with your teammate open behind him. Consider there's a halo around your defender's head. He'll deflect a pass thrown near his hands, but it's difficult to get his hands up and close to his ears. Remember, quick and crisp. The alley-oop is the most exciting play in basketball, but it's also one of the hardest to execute. Here are 3 pointers to give yourself the best chance of throwing a successful alley-oop. Aim for a spot just above the rim and just to the side of the rim. If your pass is too high, the finisher may have a hard time getting to it. If your pass is too low, it may be deflected by the defense. And make sure not to throw the pass in front of the rim, but to the side the dunker is coming from. This will allow him to catch the pass and dunk in one motion. Look, there's no doubt that timing is essential to throwing a good alley-oop. But don't overthink the timing of the pass. Just put the ball in the bullseye and let the dunker go after the ball. If there's nobody on you when you throw the pass, you can use an overhead pass, an air flick, or whatever type of pass you prefer. But if you're being guarded, consider shooting the pass. Use your normal form, but put a little less air under the ball. And best of all, the defenders may turn to rebound, not realizing you're actually passing. The rim, how do you do
usually
that?
like on the side, a little bit above the rim. Not too high. If he's too low, then the defender might get a hand on it. So you can just put it right at the right point to where he can catch it and put it in.
Well, when you throw it, are you throwing it with a little arc on it so it's coming down, or you know?
Yeah, a little arc with it coming down. Unless you're far, like a little bit past half court, you might be able to throw it on a lot more of a line drive.
So, is this another one of those that falls under being able to read the guy headed to the rim that you can throw to?
You gotta make sure he's able to jump. Even a guy that can just barely dunk to throw a lob, so you want to make sure it's a high flyer, so
all right,
that you don't look bad. So.
There are times in basketball when catching and passing is too slow. If you're just looking to get rid of the ball the instant you get it, use the touch pass. Many players decide to make a pass ahead of time without any regard for their defender's position or hands. The best passers don't fight the defenders. They simply pass where the defenders are not. So don't make up your mind ahead of time. Take what the defense gives you. If his hands are low, pass high. If his hands are high, pass low.
Like I said, I like to read. Whatever you're gonna let me do, that's what I'm gonna do. So if I have to go up and then throw behind my back, if that's what it calls for, that's what I'll do.
We've talked about a 2-on-1 and a 3-on-2, but what if you've got a 2-on-2 or a 1-on-1? Well, if you can beat your man and score, do it. But if not, take a look behind you and see who the next player is running down the floor. If it's your teammate, you do have numbers. You just have to wait on your trailer. Take the defender away from whatever lane the trailer's running and then deliver the ball with whatever type of pass the situation demands.
Usually a fast break works by people running. If it's like a 2-on-1 or even a 2-on-2 with the third guy coming in on your team. If both guys run, you have to take them. That sets up for the third guy coming in. So, it all works when everybody runs the court.
So you're kind of aware of where he is?
As soon as you catch the ball, really, like maybe at half court or something, look around and see where everybody's at.
You have a tendency to fade away from him a little so you can create space to throw back to him, or what?
It's try to deceive, make it look like you're not going to do it, and then do it. So.
The key principle from the previous hint is to dribble out of a prime scoring area in order to drag the defense with you. Doing so creates a vacuum in that area. And if a teammate will fill it, he'll have a chance to score. You can also use this principle against a zone. Dribble to pull the defender out of his zoned area and then throw back to your teammate filling the spot.